Okay, so now we have seamless tube and we have a tool joint and we have threaded the tool joint. Now we need to connect the seamless tube with the tool joint. How are we going to do that? So first of all, we do that because when we connect the seamless tube to the tool joint, that's how we make the drill pipe or heavyweight drill pipe. So we can do, there's two popular ways of doing this. It's rotary friction welding and induction heating. And this is the process that connects the seamless tube with the tool joint. So the rotary friction welding is basically you rotate your tool joint against the pipe body really fast while pushing on it, and that generates a tremendous amount of friction, which heats up the metal at that interface, and then you spin it and push it hard enough to create the temperature you need to melt the metal. And once the metal has melted, you let it cool down, and now you have welded the tool joint onto the seamless pipe. So that's the left picture. The right picture is that you put a coil, which is basically just an electric cable around around the pipe, or you put the pipe through this coil, and then you run electricity through the coil, and through magnetic induction, you heat up the metal. And so you would do that across where the seamless tube needs to connect to the tool joint. And so you use electricity, you heat up that localized area. Using that electricity that generates the magnetic field that heats the metal, and it welds that way. So that's the picture on the right. So this is a drill pipe friction welding machine. So the red piece is the pipe body, and then inside the machine, if I put the pointer option on, so this is the pipe body itself, which is inside the machine. And here we have the tool joint, and then through compression and rotation on the tool joint. So this is the part that spins, that's a tool joint. So that's spinning and then is pushing against the body. It heats up here due to friction, and it connects the tool joint to the body. So let's look at that in practice. So here is a tool joint, and here on the left is the pipe body. This is just a flat surface, and this is also just a flat surface. So they can just bump against each other flat. And now we're starting to spin the tool joint. So we're rotating the tool joint while holding the pipe body stationary, and that is generating friction because there is compression across here while we're rotating. So there's friction. So you can see here as it releases the tool joint and pulls off, you can see that this has this male connection, this pin. It's either threaded or it's ready to be threaded. It's blanked up, looks to be very close to the dimension required for a thread. And then now you see that there's a buildup of metal right here. So you have to go in and you have to cut off this excess metal that's sticking out. And then you also want to go around and do an actual weld onto this interface as well on the outside. So the end result, you can see it here. So this is the pipe body right here, and then this is the tool joint, and it has been friction welded, and you see it doesn't look like it's been cleaned up yet. You can see, well, maybe it's cleaned up. Yeah, okay. So this area was where the weld was, and you can see it's been cleaned up and it's buffed out and it's flush. Uh, and this is the tool joint. But as you can see, there has not been a thread cut yet. So you don't have to cut the thread before you do the friction welding. Yeah, but in general, when you make a pipe longer, like the longer the thing you thread is, the harder it is to thread. So you generally want to thread the shorter pieces if you can ahead of time and just weld them on, because now that the pipe is longer, it's going to be harder to thread them. Okay, now now that we looked at friction welding, let's look at induction welding. So all that's happening is that there's electricity going around this coil. Electricity is going around this coil, and that's generating a magnetic field, and that is inducing heat into the metal. So this is the pipe body right here. This is the tool joint right here. And so this is put exactly at the connection between the body and the tool joint, and this is the part that's being heated up. So it looks like this is a box connection, a female internal connection. Couldn't see if it was threaded or not, but it looks to be ready. At least blanked up to be soldered. So that was induction welding. Now let's put these processes into, like, to show a full overview of how this will work. So this will be like a drill pipe factory. So they are, as you can see, they're using induction heating. They're using the coil. They connect the pipe body to the tool joint, and then they're afterwards doing the final weld at the interface between the tool joint and the drill pipe. That's after the induction heating. Then you do a heat treating. Then you grind that weld to make it smooth and flush. Then you inspect it to make sure everything looks good and the metal is in the right condition. You do painting for corrosion resistance. And then you're done. You have your tool joint connected to the body, and your drill pipe is ready.